Hello there. Have you fallen into an open manhole recently? Do you find yourself in the company of strangers? Well, then you might very well be in the feature underground. My name is Hunter Lanier. I'm the king of this sewer, and I'm back, finally, in a brand new location. I'm very excited to bring you my review of the Marvel Cinematic Universe's latest production, Deadpool and Wolverine.
Happy birthday to you.
All right, okay. It's been a challenging few years, for sure. But I'm happy. That is because of each and every one of you. I'm the luckiest man alive.
Make a wish, buddy.
Wade Wilson?
Who's asking? Whoa, 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 whoa. Is that supposed to be scary? Pegging isn't new for me, friendo, but it is for Disney.
Now, if you're wondering, is this guy sick? Does he seem irritable? Would he rather be taking a nap right now? All of these things are true. But like the post office, through rain, through mucus, through vomit and nasal leakage, I will persist. I would like to kind of set the stage for why I think I can review this movie in a unique way. But before that, let me just give you my basic impressions. I liked this movie a lot more than I thought I would. I am among those who have fallen off of the Marvel movies, and in many ways, this movie, Deadpool and Wolverine, is a movie for those people. Oh, also, there will be no spoilers in this review. Absolutely no story spoilers. I might allude to a joke. I'm not going to say anything word for word, but I may, if you want to go in totally clean, I would just pause this and come back to me later. The reason I think I have a unique perspective is because there are basically two camps. There are movie fans who, if you ask them their top 10 favorite movies, they might include Citizen Kane, The Godfather, 2001, Eight and a Half, a traditional movie fan. And in recent years, a new type of movie fan has emerged. And if you ask this type of movie fan what their top 10 favorite movies are, they'll say Into the Spider-Verse, The Dark Knight, Star Wars, Terminator 2, etc. Now, I'm a little bit in both camps because my top 10 favorite movies might look more like the former list, but I am the age for these movies because the first X-Men came out in, I should have fact-checked this, I'm going to say 2000, and I would have been 6 years old, and I very much remember being in the theater watching the original X-Men. And I had X-Men toys, I had a Wolverine, I had a Sabretooth, and then 2008, which, if you remember, was the summer when Iron Man came out, which started the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And it was also the summer that The Dark Knight came out. They came out in the same summer. And in 2008, I was 13. 13-year-old boy is the target audience for those movies. And so I was in. Now, after Infinity War came out, which I think was the last Avengers movie, I felt good. I felt like, okay, it's finished. I'm done. And nothing that has come out since has really piqued my interest. In fact, I frequently find that these big budget Disney movies are just not for me. And they're not. I'm not the target audience. These movies are for kids. They're geared toward kids. That's fine. I'm just not part of that audience. And that's where Deadpool and Wolverine really sets itself apart, which is its target audience. The target audience for Deadpool and Wolverine is not kids. It's not a 4-quadrant movie. And when I say it's not for kids, I don't mean because of the violence and the language. The movie is generally geared toward a 25 and up male audience. And I am in that category, and I think that's why I liked it. I tried watching the Loki TV show and couldn't get through it because I'm not the audience. Now, I don't feel like I have to say this really, but I will just in case. As much fun as I had with the movie, it's not high art. It's another Deadpool movie. And just because Disney is now at the helm, you don't feel like a Disney influence. I was wondering going into the movie, with all of the fourth wall breaking and such, would Deadpool crack a joke about the current state of the MCU? And spoiler alert, he does. In fact, this is one line that I will spoil. It's not a spoiler, it's not a story spoiler, but it's just a line in the movie. Deadpool looks at Wolverine and says, "You're coming in at a bad time." And if you're someone like me who has fallen off of these movies, that line is ingratiating. You feel like, oh, okay, this movie gets it. Now, as with the other Deadpool movies, the violence and the jokes are very cynical, not going to be to everyone's flavor. In fact, the opening of the movie actually reminded me a lot of the opening of The Last Jedi, with Luke, chucking the lightsaber behind his back. And the difference is that in this movie, it's self-aware. It desecrates something intentionally and just really leans into it. One thing the movie does also that I liked and I was surprised by was that the movie does have, as you would expect from these movies by this point, cameos. The difference is that in Deadpool and Wolverine, the cameos are actually characters in the movie. You're shocked that this person's here, and then they stay there. They have lines. They have arcs. Some of them. Another reason why I had a lot of fun with the movie is that it embraces chaos. Yes, there is a plot. Yes, there is an objective, and then the objective is literally save the universe, which is, one of the worst contrivances. You can't even wrap your mind around it. It's why Logan worked so well, because the movie is just about protecting a kid. The save the universe thing here, it doesn't really matter. The movie is just a chaotic. It's like one of the Bing Crosby, Bob Hope Road 2 movies.
We're off on the road to Morocco, and somewhere I feel kind of numb. For any villains we may meet, we haven't any fear. Paramount will protect us 'cause we're signed for 5 more years.
It's just two guys going from here to here to here to here to here. And there's no real logic or reason. Stuff is just happening. But it's fun. And I'm okay with that. I don't care. I don't need a plot. If I'm enjoying the movie, if I'm enjoying the characters, if I'm enjoying the lines, I'm good. Now, some of the things that don't work in the movie, the first one I'm going to mention is Matthew McFadyen, most people know him from Succession, where he's hilarious. In this movie, his character, Sean Levy, the director, didn't know what was going on with this character. He's not funny. He's kind of half-assed. It's like they wrote him in at the last second just to have a MacGuffin to push things forward. Another thing is, if you're worried that this movie will desecrate the memory of Logan, which I thought was a great movie and a great send-off to a great character, the movie leans into this and recognizes it, and it's not as good of a send-off if it is the last movie that Hugh Jackman is in. The emotional moments in the movie don't quite work. They certainly don't work as well as they did in Logan. However, I do like the general idea of the movie is that brings Deadpool and Wolverine together, is that they're both losers. They're both losers in their own universes. And the movie is about making that choice to not be a loser anymore. And oftentimes it's as simple as that. It's not easy, but making the choice is the first step. I love movies about losers. In my head, I've created an entire loser genre, like Midnight Cowboy, Inside Llewyn Davis, another Coen Brothers movie, A Serious Man, On the Waterfront, Taxi Driver. I love the loser genre. John Huston's Fat City. So these are superheroes who are losers, and I like that. Of course, there are scores of references to comic books that went over my head, but they're there if for some reason you thought they weren't going to be. It'll be interesting to see how this movie is received, because the Disney Marvel experiment has kind of hit a low point. I think this movie's going to do well, if I had to guess. I think people are going to like this movie a lot. At least the public will. I don't know about critics. And it'll be interesting to see what lessons Disney learns from this movie. This movie is very different. Its target audience is different. When I talk about the importance of it being rated R, it's not because I love violence and I love swearing. It's because with the R rating comes a degree of freedom that you don't get with a PG-13 movie. PG-13 movie from Disney, you've got to be a 4-quadrant movie. Everyone has to be happy. With an R-rated movie, you can make something a little more specific, a little more risky. There's some stuff in this movie that I don't think everyone's going to be into, but I was. and good for me. I don't know which superhero movies are coming out this year, but the only one I'm interested in is Joker, because it's rated R. And again, not because I want to see Joker do bad things to people, but because that movie's going to have some creative freedom. It's going to be different. It's going to be weird. Or at least it's going to have that opportunity. I don't know if it'll be any good, but it has an advantage by being rated R. All right, everybody, those are my thoughts. Leave a comment below with your thoughts on my thoughts. Let me know if you're excited for this movie, how you're feeling. And then also leave some comments on what kind of videos you'd like me to make. There aren't that many movies coming out that I'm super interested in seeing, but I'd like to make more videos, and give me some ideas, or I'll have to think of my own ideas, which will be somewhat burdensome to me. So with that, all I have to say is every day underground is a good day.
Mr. Wilson, you appear to have soiled yourself while unconscious.
I wasn't unconscious. Who are you? Why am I here?
Walk with me. Wait. You are special. This is your chance to be a hero among heroes.
I smell what you're stepping in, Sensei. Your little cinematic universe is about to change forever. I'm the Messiah. I am Marvel Jesus. God, please! Oh my fuck! God, I love this part. Wait! Don't just stand there, you ape. Give me a hand up. Nope, I'm actually okay. Thank you very much.